Hello everyone, welcome back to Arpita's Tech Corner. Today we are going to explore some real-time problem. And in this problem, we are going to explore some DAX function as well as the new parameter feature in Power BI. Before proceeding with this, let me tell you this is not a case study. This is a particular real-time problem which I have faced in my project. So I'm just explaining with some dummy data how I have solved the issue. So let me give you some idea what exactly the reporting requirement I have and how I have solved that I will explain later, but let me tell you what is my final goal. Okay, so here you can see that it's a very simple example for some DAX calculation, and where I have calculated some of the calculated measure where I have used this if error and blank function and if function as well as some variable method in DAX. Now, if we just go to the page number 2, here you can find out how I have used the parameter feature. Where is that parameter feature? It is under modeling section. If you can remember, earlier it was what if parameter. Now it is new parameter. Why is it so? In the what if parameter, we can do only the numeric range parameter. Okay, but here we can use some fields from this data model and we can use as parameter in our project. Now in this video, I am going to explain how I have done this process to achieve this requirement. First, we'll import some sample data. Select this CSV1. This is the sample data I have. Okay, I have only some of the columns like order ID, department ID, product name and sales. So this data is ready. So first I'll just change this department ID summarization. I'll just change it to don't summarize. So I will start with average sales, average, and select the sales measure. Okay. So the basic measure is ready. So let me see how we have the data. So first of all, it will be started with this order ID, then the department ID, then we have product name and we have average sales. Now I want to know for this order ID, for example order ID 1, and from this department ID 1 with from to 2, like what is the average sales difference between this department ID 1 to 2, 1 to 3 and 1 to 4. Okay, so for that purpose I have created some measures in this area. Okay, so give us some name, difference between 1 to 2, and okay, shift enter, where then variable 1 equal to, I am using this calculate function, then average, then comma, department ID equal to 1. Okay, the first variable is created. The next one, the variable 2 equal to calculate average sales, comma, department ID equal to 2. Okay, now what I'm trying to return? Let's write return, enter. First I will check this variable 2 is greater than 0 or not. Okay, let me check. If variable 2 is greater than 0, then what I will check again? I will check if there is any error. Okay, if error, then the value and value if error. Okay, so what should be the value for that? First I'm checking whether there is a value. So for this, if error will help me to identify is there any error or not. Okay, so what I'm going to return, this variable 2 minus variable 1 and close the bracket divided by this variable 1. Okay, now comma, if there is any error then I want to return blank. Then close this bracket, and if this condition is failed then also I want to return blank. Okay, so this calculated measure is ready. I am going to copy the same calculated measure for other group calculation. So I have created the other measures. So I have changed all these measures to percentage format. Also, I have created two new measures. For example, this one, I have just removed that if and if error conditions. Why I have removed that? Because we want to explore what is the difference if we don't have these if or if error functions in our code. Okay, so let me show you first. So first I'm creating one slicer based on this order ID. Now I'm going to create one small table. Now in this table I'm going to select first product name, this department ID difference between 1 to 5, and this one also. Okay, let me select another measure. So if I see this comparison between this measure to this measure, here is no difference. Then you can see like why I am creating that one. For example, this product number 6, for when I'm trying to find out the difference between 1 to 5, for the variable 2 there is no record. Okay, so that's the reason it is always giving us 100%, but which is wrong because I'm not able to do the comparison for this department ID to department ID 5. Okay, so it is wrong. So that's the reason I'm trying to display here blank values. If it is 100, then user will be confused, and for that purpose I'm displaying here say blank value. If I just remove this one, you can see the product 6 is not there. Okay, so for this purpose we are using this if and if error function. Okay, so one problem is solved. Let me show you another example. Here also I am creating a small slicer. Now we are going to explore how we can use the parameter function. So before creating the parameter, let me create another table. The product name, product 1 to 2 difference 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. Now if I am going to select the order 1, then I have this much of information. If I am going to select order 2, I have only this much of information. That means this 1 to 5 and 1 to 6 are blank. Now there could be a requirement the customer doesn't want to display these blank rows. They want to select some of the selective measure from a slicer or filter condition. Then how will you do that? So for that purpose we can use this new parameter option based on the fields. Just go to modeling, new parameter, fields, and so from here you can select all the fields whatever you want to display in your slicer. So just select 1, 2. Okay, it's just going down, let me up there, and this one. Okay, and by default I want to select this one, add slicer to this page. Let us create this parameter. Now this slicer parameter is ready and it is a new table. If you just select this one, you can observe based on this parameter, it is creating a new table. So what is the field we have? We have a one parameter field. Okay, let me see how we can use that one. Now if you just select this, for example, this one, the first measure, nothing is working. Then how it will work? So for that purpose, we are going to create another small table where I am going to select this product name and I am going to select this parameter. Okay, so here you can observe we have selected this diff 1 to 2 measure, so that's why only this measure is displaying. If I am going to select this one, it is coming there. Let me press the control key. It's there. Let me select this one also. It is blank. So I don't want to select that. But so if I change the order ID, the data is displaying accordingly. So from this example, we have seen that how we can use this IFERROR DAX function and this new parameter features, which is very helpful for our project requirement. Otherwise, we have to do some unpivoting options, but here we can do this selection of measure very quickly. If you need this working file and the datasets, please check the description section of this video and you will get the GitHub link. And if you like this video, please share with your friends. Thank you. Thanks for watching.